Why don't accountants have kids during busy season? I planned both of my kids to be born outside of busy season. My first daughter was born in May and my second daughter was born in June. One was born while I was employed for someone else, the other while I was employed to myself at the firm I own. It wasn't until we lost our third child from a miscarriage where I realized how toxic public accounting is. To feel the need to plan the birth of a child around tax deadlines. For my daughters, planning to have them born after April felt logical. My employer was counting on me. I wanted to be a good employee. I wanted to keep my job. I needed to hit my hours. I didn't want to juggle helping with a newborn while working crazy hours. And I didn't want my kids to have a stressed out dad on their birthday every year. Having a child during busy season doesn't make sense. Why would you do that to yourself? After the miscarriage, my wife and I had a discussion about if and when we would want to have a third child. And due to the timing, we would probably want to wait before we start trying again, because it would be close to the busy season. But my perspective changed. Life shouldn't be put on hold for busy season, and to withhold the creation of life so you can work more now seems wrong. Especially if I'm trying to run a CPA firm that doesn't have a busy season and encourage others to challenge the status quo or at least question it. I completely understand the need to time when kids are born. I'm not condemning anyone that does so they can do what's best for them and their family. I timed my first two kids, but now I'm realizing how toxic my thinking has been because of the public accounting industry. There's always been a busy season and there always will be. So why do I care so much about all of this? Because there has to be a better way. The public accounting industry doesn't have to change, but I do. Can my firm identify as something other than a public accounting firm? Because I don't want to resemble one. I had already been planning on how to make next busy season not busy. And if we happen to have a child between January and April, then that is even more motivation to help bring on the changes. So I had made a tweet and a LinkedIn post about the topic of this video, and there were many others that planned their kids around the tax deadlines, or at least attempted to. I'm not alone in this. There was a sense of shame and guilt from some, but it's not their fault for feeling that. If they felt fully supported in having a child between January and April, then they wouldn't even need to worry when their kids were born. It's public accounting's fault for creating the environment. We can't change the deadlines, but we can shift the paradigm. All it takes is thoughtful communication and planning with clients. Easy, right? Not really, because if it was, we wouldn't be here. We need brave accounting firms to break the mold how they work. We need brave employees to stand up for themselves. That's going to be a hard one because we feel powerless as employees. Firms will need to change from the leadership down. And once we have a lot of firms really allowing a work-life balance, we'll start to see a shift. It's going to take time, but we can make the change. Thank you so much for watching. I gotta go find my wife. Don't leave yet. If you just started an accounting firm or about to start a firm, I'm launching a community by the end of 2024 to help traverse things like having a kid during busy season. Please fill out the interest form linked below if you want to stay updated. Cheers.